Pikachu!
Pika!
Hey everybody, welcome to our Let's Play of Pokemon Yellow. I am Shadow.
And I am Drak, a con. I don't know. I'm just trying to make my name into a Pokemon. It's not really gonna work. Alright, so this is gonna start looking like Deja Vu. A little bit.
Yes, but we felt like Yellow and Blue, there is enough differences to justify.
Yeah.
Of it. For one, big difference. Many of the sprites were redrawn.
Exactly. Sprites were redrawn. Another major difference is you're seeing the evolution of the franchise, because this goes from monochromatic Game Boy to Game Boy Color.
Pretty much.
So, and you're actually making your own name.
Yeah, but I'm not that creative. I go with the default red, pretty much.
Oh, okay. But you're not red. You're like orange.
I'm kind of orange and yellow. Well, he's not exactly blue either.
And Gary's a hippie. And again, we're going to point this out. The audio will seem a little distorted. Bear with us.
Yeah.
We promise. We're not making this bad. It's just the emulator.
If somebody has a solution for us, please tell us.
Exactly. But your very own Pokemon legend is about to begin. Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be doing all the voices, not me.
A world of dreams and adventure with Pokemon awaits. Let's go.
You're actually better at Gary Oak than, or
Professor
Oak than I am.
See, I actually played the NES, or the SNES, I guess. It's an NES. I think it was an NES in red and blue and green.
Wow, you did not play very long.
But it told me it was time to go. And if you go to your PC, you can withdraw a potion. I cannot remember if that's in blue version or not, actually.
I don't think it is. I do know that Yellow was made a little bit more...
There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on the railroad tracks. I better go too. That's a reference to Stand By Me.
Stand by me. Stand by me.
I always wondered why Stand By Me looked so much like it, and then I found out they're both by Stephen King.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, it's colorful!
So much color, kinda.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's face it, the Game Boy wasn't the most...
I love all the advertising that we gave to our parents. You're just like, but it's in color! Yeah, that looks like pretty crappy color. But it's color!
Again, it goes back to the angry video game nerd. Oh, I want a Super Nintendo for Christmas! Don't you already have a Nintendo? Yeah, but this one's 16-bit!
What's that?
I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, in a lot of cases, there was a much better argument to be made to get, like, a Game Gear, because that was legitimately... Oh, and this is different,
yes.
Because he actually gets into a battle.
And he captures the Pikachu.
With the Pikachu.
Because I'm giving Santa a Pikachu for Christmas.
Oh.
Yes, there is a Pokemon CD out there where they sing Christmas theme songs.
Oh yeah, you and my wife actually introduced me to it. I was like, really? There are even Christmas episodes that are not even canon.
It prints money.
Exactly. It's the Nintendo DS picture of Satoru Iwata and
Shigeru Miyamoto.
It prints money.
It really does.
This is why Nintendo has ruled the handheld market forever, and it's just going to be that way. And you only have one choice. Now, here's the thing that actually makes me laugh, okay? Mm-hmm. Is that we actually thought we were going to get a sneak peek into the TV show as to what Gary's featured Pokemon was.
Right.
Because it wasn't of the starting 3. And then they threw us a whammy out of nowhere and actually said, yes, his was actually a Squirtle. Did you not see this episode?
I didn't see this.
Yeah, when they actually duel, they legitimately say, no, that's the one he picked. It was a Squirtle. And in this, he's got an EEVEE. And so you're like, oh, that's cool. Especially when you get into the Johto, and he's got an Umbreon now. So you're like, oh, his EEVEE finally evolved.
I kind of wonder if it's just a continuity slip from how long Pokemon's been on the air.
I wonder, yeah. But that...
Because I do remember another episode where Brock had a mother suddenly, and
Oh,
even
yeah.
though Brock's mother was supposed to be dead.
Exactly. I remember that too, and I'm like, well, that just totally throws off his continuity, doesn't it?
Yes.
Almost makes you wonder if we need to start having a Pokemon continuity alarm.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because we're like stealing everything from Linkara. We might as well steal that too.
Linkara said, Pokemon's basically a retcon nightmare.
That actually would be true. Because that TV show has just screwed up everything.
Well, technically, the TV show is supposed to exist outside the game universe.
Yeah.
Even though people do try to connect them somehow, like saying Ash is Red's brother, but really, people, when you look at the theory, it just doesn't work.
No. Or another rumor I heard was Red was Ash's father, and so that's how they're connected and all that. And then later on, they even made rumors of actually having Ash's dad in the series, and
yeah,
and he was going to be like super powerful, but he was going to go all the different ways that Ash did, which never came to fruition. I actually even heard a rumor that they were going to do something where Ash's dad was a villain.
Interesting.
Like, he was going to run one of the... Not Team Rocket, but one of the other teams that came later.
Uh-huh.
And so Ash would have to face a crucial choice. Should he cross to the dark side like Luke Skywalker, or... Yeah,
oh, totally you be critical of me.
Oh!
Yes, I do actually
Dude, if this was Nuzlocke Challenge, your Pikachu's dead.
And the game's over.
The game is over. Dude, you would have been screwed.
I don't even think you could release your Pikachu.
You can't.
You can put it in the box, but...
The game won't let you because it stays in touch with the TV continuity. So, like, your Pikachu is always out. This is like the first time you ever had to worry about a Pokemon's mood with him. Especially since it becomes crucial.
Yeah. Since Gen 2, it's become much more commonplace to have mood and affection play a factor. In fact, that's part of how you get Umbreon. And you can see Pikachu just does not like me.
No, hates you completely.
Fun little tip for anybody who wants to kind of cheat. That potion you get at the start of the game, if you just keep using it on Pikachu, even if Pikachu's at full health, if you just keep using it, Pikachu's happiness will go right up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice little glitch you can exploit.
Well, and on top of that, I mean, this is actually, the mood is crucial, because one of the things that separated this game from the others was you got to keep all three starters. You got them at some point or another in the game,
That's
like
right.
the show. But in order to get one of them, you actually have to have Pikachu happy. And if he's not, she won't give it to you.
That's right.
I think it was Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur, that's right. We all love Pokemon's music. It's so catchy. It's awesome.
The music is one of the reasons that I do like Pokemon, because it's just epic scores.
Definitely.
Boss battles are awesome. But, one of the things that people also might be asking me, I've got a few questions on this, is, what is your viewpoint on Pokemon? Because it's not made for my generation. I was Mario and Zelda. So, most people in my generation are either kind of ignorant of Pokemon, they understand it exists, or they hate it completely.
Absolutely.
I am not that. I actually applaud Pokemon for existing. Why? Because I'm a big RPG fan. And this is an RPG. In bare bones, it is an RPG, and congratulations, you just are raising a bunch of RPG fans right there. And it's simplistic enough that anybody can get it.
And this would be my first RPG ever.
Exactly. So that, perfect example there. I mean, where I started with Final Fantasy, a lot of people in your generation, Alex, probably started with Pokemon.
Exactly.
And then went on later to other RPGs, or even MMORPGs.
We hope to see you again. You hope my Pokemon gets injured?
And now she looks even more like
Nurse Joy, yeah.
And has a Chansey.
And Pokemon's had free healthcare since 1996. But the lemonades cost $350. Really, what the shit?
Exactly.
You see, if you go up here, you can't go. Another fun fact is, in the Japanese version, he's actually drunk.
Of Yellow?
Of any early Gen 1 game, he's drunk.
He's drunk, and so
in the
you
Japanese
can't go through.
in the Japanese version, and again, kind of different cultural standard, because in Japan it's not that uncommon to see a salaryman passed out drunk in the streets.
Nah.
It's not like it's terrible there or anything. I'm trying not to make it sound like it's some dystopia place.
It's just kind of funny because we had to edit this down for kids.
Yeah.
Whereas kids in Japan were used to this.
Yeah.
Whereas in America they might actually go, Daddy, what's wrong with that person? Oh, and now we got Oak's parcel, so, again, we're having deja vu here. I mean, seriously.
Deja vu!
That should be a Pokemon, just because you did that.
It really should, but My Life as a Teenage Robot. Classic Nick tune. I miss it. Nick, why did you have to suck so much?
I forgot about that. I like that show. It was inventive.
I mean, because I think it's fitting, because we're playing a Japanese game, and My Life as a Teenage Robot took a lot of cues from shows like Astro Boy, and there's even a whole episode where she can only speak Japanese. And she says, deja vu! In Japanese. Well, not in Japanese, but in English.
Dude, I'm thoroughly convinced My Life as a Teenage Robot was inspired by somebody wanted to do, simply, like, as a spin-off to Invader Zim, a Gur show. And then they did My Life as a Teenage Robot instead.
That's weird to think of it as a Invader Zim kind of spin-off, because Invader Zim's really twisted.
Here's
I like
the thing,
Invader
though.
Zim, but it's really twisted.
But here's the thing, though. When we watched Invader Zim, we watched it for Gur. Let's all be honest, we all watched it for Gur. Because
Right.
Gur was the only thing that kept that show going as long as it did.
Gramps! Gramps, my Pokemon! Okay, Alex, hit the button. It's grown stronger! Check it out! Ah, Blue, good timing. I need to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention. Pokédex. It automatically records data on your Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's high-tech encyclopedia. We can't speak good. It's high-tech encyclopedia.
And just because I want to add it in, huzzah! I like my Professor Oak. He has 20-year-long connections to America Online. Or as people will find out in my Mystic Quest LP, I love saying, Pazuzu! Yes, there's actually a dungeon in Mystic Quest called Pazuzu's Tower.
Nice.
So I have a lot of fun for like 20 minutes just saying, Pazuzu!
I'll borrow the town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Red. Ha 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 ha! Oh,
Well, that's already another one, because he says I'll tell her not to give you one in Blue, I think.
right. Yeah, there's some slight text editing. I'll show that, Gary. I'll make Daisy give me that map. I will pin her down and do horrible things, and... Grandma asked you to run an errand here. Okay, I better not do that anymore.
Wahahaha. Screw you, Gary. Oh, and I guess we should probably point something out towards Gary. Oh, burn! Oh, we're on fire, Alex.
Fire.
Gary was just like dinky in the games. He was actually a little bit more interesting in the games, or in the TV show than he was in the games. And I think that was just because they wanted to make a snot-nosed brat in the games.
Definitely.
And I love the whole concept of the TV show. He's like this prodigy to Professor Oak, when in reality, Ash is probably like spending way more time with him.
Yep.
So he'd probably be the better prodigy.
I went in here to buy some stuff.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and get some Pokeballs, and probably, since Alex plays better than I do, some potions and some antidotes.
Yes, some potions and some antidotes. Very good, Adam. You really want them for Viridian Forest.
In the first game, I'll be honest, my items pocket and my backpack is pretty barren. Mm-hmm. Because I don't really use them that much. The Pokemon Center did not do good things for me. I can instantly heal my Pokemon for free.
And now I'm broke. I have 0 Pokemon dollars.
Is that what they're actually called?
Yeah, Pokemon dollars.
I would have seriously thought they were yen.
Maybe in the Japanese it's yen, but
Or maybe it's like the Square Enix go-between, where it can't be yen and it can't be dollars, so it's zenny.
Clever.
Which eventually made its way into Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, the old man. The source of so many great glitches in Gen 1, but sadly they patched them all up here.
Can I just say that RATTATA is really creepy?
Yeah.
He's like the old man in Family Guy. Crash. Crash.
I have to get some more Pokemons at the Pokeball Bars. Blah, 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 blah.
So is he still drunk?
No, he's sobered up now.
Oh, and then she gives you the hint to go to Pewter City.
Yes.
Which I don't think happens in Blue. This was very new gamer-friendly. I mean, this kind of points you in the directions of where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually coming over here. I'm not going to fight my rival, but I am going to catch a Pokemon.
And you're going to get...
Mankey!
That's right. You can get Mankey in this one in yellow.
Yes, and Mankey will save your life with Brock. Trust me, people. You want a Mankey.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because he gets some fighting moves right away.
Yeah. Compared to Nidoran, who doesn't learn Double Kick till level 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, she learns Double Kick in this game. Again, the moves were kind of redone in yellow.
Yeah.
Because in blue, I don't get, like, really legitimate abilities until much later.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think the major legitimate ability I got was Horn Attack.
And, you know, besides being just a way to capture new fans from the TV show, this game is sort of a placeholder while Game Freak continue to work on Gen 2, Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
So keep the... You know, what I think that's why Pokemon is so successful. You know, you're not necessarily waiting 4 years for a sequel. They'll probably put a placeholder to keep you kind of occupied and happy while they continue to work on the sequel.
Yeah. I gotta say, Game Freak is a very valuable asset to Nintendo these days.
Yep.
I mean, Pokemon is you can actually make the claim. Pokemon is a Nintendo staple now.
Definitely.
I mean, there are some people who are gonna go, no, the staples are Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. Bullcrap.
No.
Okay? No game has sold more Game Boy or handhelds than probably Pokemon.
Yeah, really. Pokemon's a juggernaut.
Well, especially Red and Blue. I mean, that sold Game Boy for a long time there.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, since Game Boy was starting to lose relevance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we should point out, yes, Alex in his LP is a little bit farther than I am.
Yes.
It's now said.
I skipped... Well, you actually went and fought your rival. I skipped him because it does actually affect the outcome of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
now, that might actually give people a question, are we going to actually race? I don't really think
no, we're not doing a versus in this case.
No. We'll showcase, you know, where we're at, and that's all good, but especially since, in some cases, the trainers, or the gym leaders are a little different in this game, so
sometimes the leaders are played a little bit different level-wise and Pokemon-wise, so it's a little hard to race these in these kinds of versions.
Heck, the character designs alone are a reason to do the difference, because in a lot of cases, you know, you have the inspired anime look of these 150, but in Blue, you have basically kind of rough designs in a lot of cases.
And even Blue's an improvement on what the original Pokemon Green was.
Yeah. To which I've heard stuff about how bad looking Green was, or how
those
early on it was.
Yeah, the sprites in Green version are hideous.
And that just makes me laugh. It's been an evolution in Gen 1, and then eventually we'll even showcase the evolution going into Game Boy Color and having 100 more Pokemon, and then going into Gen 3, which is really where I think Pokemon got going, because that was the one that kind of set up the interface that's currently used. Which
is interesting you do kind of say that, because actually Gen 3 is kind of where a lot of Pokemon's popularity started to taper off a little more.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things I also kind of noticed is that the TV show, that was where people started to really cut off, is that they were either a TV show fan, a trading card game fan, or a game fan.
Right.
You couldn't be all three. I mean, I still, like, I find it funny, you know, I have 3 nieces, and one of them is into the games totally, and one of them is into the card game, and they're the same thing, girls. No, they're not! And it's just hilarious to listen to that.
the trading card is pretty different.
Yeah, it's a different system, but it's the same Pokemon.
Yes.
Kind of thing. So you can't be just a fan of Pokemon? No!
I went back and healed up, by the way.
You can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trader. Dude! Let me get my 90s kid going. Dude! Rob Liefeld is totally awesome! You know we're gonna get a letter from Linkar one of these days. Stop doing that!
Yeah, probably. If he does, in which case Linkar, I'd have to say, then stop using Mystery Science Theater.
No, at that point we're just be like, dude, we mimic that which we love. Okay? Love Linkar, and I probably love Linkar a little bit more because I actually did do comics.
Yeah. So I enjoy Linkara, but you're right. I'm not really a comic book. I was never really a comic book reader growing up. So
no, but he's just got a lot of raw humor to him.
Yeah,
so.
That's why I enjoy him because he's very funny. And I just loved his last WizKids review, and he totally dropped a Monica reference in there. I was like, yeah.
Oh, there's so many good ones he's done. So many good ones. And the best part is that he just keeps coming up with it.
Yes.
I mean, in all honesty. Like, I used to love all of the One More Day references that he would put in everything, and then when he did the 200th episode, he put them all in a collaboration. It was awesome. And of course, we've also referenced this. Bees.
My God. Exactly.
In fact, I found it really funny. I am also a fan of Pro Jared on YouTube. He actually makes a bees joke. He doesn't do the bees, my God, but he was doing a review of Hydelide, and his character actually got killed by bees. So he's like, Jim the Knight, killed by bees. Like, it's totally bees, my God!
Oh, come on, Caterpie.
And of course, the crowning achievement is not even the bees line in Amazon's Attack. It's the beginning prologue where he's like, we're gonna do Amazon's Attack, and they go to a Cartoon Network clip. Hera, help us.
Oh, Metapod. Yes, I stick with Mankey because I need Mankey to level up. And I speed up for the win.
And we get supersonic music. Awesome.
Exactly.
Somebody got frustrated.
The problem is Metapods can only spam Harden.
This just only makes you go to the TV show. Metapod Maximum Harden!
Pretty much.
I love that episode, too. The Harden match.
That episode's actually banned in South Korea.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember, why was it banned?
I don't know. Maybe because it's a samurai kid or something?
It might have been, because Korea is still very resentful of Japan, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of sensitive issues there.
It's always funny to hear why this and this episode got banned, because, I mean, America, we had a couple of banned episodes, too.
That's right.
We never saw The Legend of Dratini because of a gun reference.
Yeah, gun violence.
We never saw the... I can't remember what it was, but they actually later on showed us it as Pokemon The Lost episode.
Right. It was Beauty and the Beach.
Beauty and the Beach, and it was because...
James cross-dressed and had inflatable breasts.
Yes. Not only that, but also, believe it or not, and this is actually part of the FCC deal, you couldn't do Misty in a bikini.
I can't
Bear in mind, but they did in the Samurai battle, and she's in a bikini.
Wow.
This actually, you could not do an underage girl in a bikini. What the crap?
Which is funny, because we sell bikinis for young girls at my work, so...
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it was just like an early on TV thing, especially animated, and...
Slow down. This doesn't happen that often, by the way. I just run into a random slowdown for some reason. Like, come on.
Yeah, and what's actually even funnier is WB almost wasn't going to take Pokemon because of the fact that they did that, and this is when anime had a really bad reputation of objectifying women.
Right.
And so they were like, oh, so you're objectifying this 10-year-old girl. No, not at all. In fact, in a lot of cases, I've seen the series, and Misty's a legit character.
Really? She is.
Yeah. And more supersonic!
Yeah.
I can feel the power coursing through me, Alex! The Chaos Emeralds make me stronger!
Helpful tip for anyone who's playing blue version. You can catch a Pikachu in Viridian Forest. It's kind of rare, you have to look around for a while, but very, very useful if you don't have a Bulbasaur and you need something against Misty.
And you know somebody's going to give us a comment. You're like, you guys are talking way too much about Misty. Sounds to me like you're a little upset. No, we're not. Misty was actually one of the better characters for a long time. I actually felt bad for her in the Johto, how she basically got relegated to being Brock's mother and yanking him away from Nurse Joy all the time.
Well, here I am at Pewter City, so we're going to wrap up this episode here. And in the next one, I'm going to go take on Brock. So, until next time, I am ShadowBlazer3000.
And I am Drak2326 on YouTube.
And we'll see you later.
More yellow footage later. Dude, we're totally taking a break! This is awesome! Yeah, I'm getting the Misty stuff out right here.